Hi everyone, and welcome once again to the Train Aid HQ. My name is Nick, and in today's video we are looking at the Level 3 Award in Education and Training, and this is the webinar course welcome video. If you haven't already done so, please do like the video and subscribe to our channel to get the latest news and alerts from our team. So let's just jump straight into the video then. So welcome first of all if you are attending one of our upcoming webinar courses. We have got a range of different points to discuss here. So we're going to look at how do I create a Zoom account all the way down to how can I prepare for my upcoming micro teach lesson on Zoom as well. So after watching this video, hopefully you feel more confident about using Zoom and the different features as well, and how you can prepare to get the most out of your webinar course with us here at Train Aid. So thank you so much for watching once again. So with our webinar courses, we use Zoom as the main function. We find that Zoom is very user-friendly. It's incredibly popular. And all you need to do is please do go onto the Zoom website and please click on the actual sign up for free page there. And you will obviously make a free account. And my advice is to practice at home. Okay, so practice makes perfect, as they say. So do practice with logging into Zoom as much as possible. Maybe just organize perhaps a Zoom meeting with your friends and family so you get used to logging on. You can experiment with the different features, and this is going to prepare you for your upcoming course. So as mentioned, we do use this feature as it's an incredibly popular format as Zoom. If you are attending and perhaps you have a career within the public services, as we know, Zoom might be blocked there. So just be mindful of that. So if you use Teams, for example, you will need to have a Zoom account. So please just have a Zoom account and just use a personal computer rather than a worked one. But that's for anyone who's working within the public service sector. Moving on to point number 2 is what device should I use to attend the webinar course? So absolutely, please use either a laptop or a desktop computer. As we can see in the photo there, that is my colleague Tom. He is logged on, he's ready to go. He's got a headset on. That is of course optional. I have a headset on here, but you can obviously use the speakers. You don't have to use a headset. So with a computer or a laptop, they have a built-in microphone and speakers as well. So you don't need to buy a headset. Now, some of the devices you should not use for the webinar courses with Train Aid is either a mobile phone or a tablet. Okay, so just think about perhaps your future teaching role. You may have to teach on Zoom, and therefore using a laptop or a computer, you have access to a keyboard, you can make notes. Okay, it's a lot more user friendly than using a mobile phone or a tablet. Okay, so think about finding out where you can get a laptop on. Could you borrow a laptop from a friend, family member, a work colleague as well? But you will need a laptop or computer to get access this course and get the most out of it as well. Okay, so hopefully you can find one in order to prepare for the course. Just a bit of advice, really, the webinar environment advice. So this is all about the environment when you are attending your webinar course. So just a few pointers from myself. So try and go for a quiet, comfortable environment where there's no distractions or external noise, which is going to distract you from your course. Make sure the environment is well lit. So for example, I'm here in the Train Aid HQ within one of our training rooms. It's well lit, it's quiet, and it allows for me to concentrate and to record this video, by example. As mentioned before, the use of a headset is completely optional. All computers, desktops, laptops, they do have that built-in speaker system. Of course, this is why you need to practice at home, of course. So please do practice with logging on and using Zoom, and therefore you can check the audio settings there. Another key feature as well with Zoom is just to mute your microphone unless speaking. We'll come on to that shortly. But if the teacher is talking and you have not got mute on, there might be some background noise, and therefore the class will be able to hear that as well. So it could become a little bit distracting for the teacher and your fellow classmates. So just press the mute button if you're listening to the teacher as well. With the Zoom course, it's vital that you do pay attention. Avoid checking, of course, any mobile phones and other tabs as well. So close down any emails, so there's no distractions there. So try to give your full attention to the webinar course. Now, when you do log on to Zoom and you do meet the train aid teacher, we will, of course, introduce you to the qualification. But here are some ground rules, which will also be discussed as well. With the emojis, you've got a number of different symbols, and one of the common ones is to raise the hand if you have a question. So the teacher might be mid-flow or talking through different points. So instead of interrupting them, just raise a hand, this hand signal, which is on the emojis. And it's fantastic because it allows for the teacher to continue with what they're saying. And once they've finished their point, they can see the emoji symbol and, you have a question, and we will come back to you as well. So yeah, definitely use the raise hand to speak. So it's really good to ask as many questions as possible, as we know. Please select an appropriate name as well. So first name is absolutely fine, but try to avoid any nicknames as well. So think about using just an appropriate name as well. So we'll come on to how you change your name a little bit later in the video. One of the key things as well is please keep your screen on. So when teaching courses, I always say, please can you keep your screen on? If there is perhaps an emergency, you can, of course, turn your screen off, put yourself on mute, and send the teacher just a quick message on the chat, just to say that you need to step away from your screen, and that's absolutely fine. But when you are attending our courses, we'd like to see you, like we like to get to know you, of course, and so please have your screen on, and that will be greatly appreciated by the teacher. As we know, please treat the trainer and learners, your fellow classmates, with respect as well. So as we know with Zoom, there are many sort of hiccups with Zoom or an online course. Learners have various levels of experience as well. So just be kind, be mindful, help each other out, and everyone will appreciate that. A few things as well, please be on time. So obviously join the webinar a few minutes early to troubleshoot any sort of technical issues as well. That's good practice. Stick to times as well. So come back from your breaks, lunch breaks on time, so the teacher doesn't need to repeat any points of view or anything, any information hasn't been missed. And also use a clean or virtual background if possible. So if you prefer using a blurred background, that's a very easy way of ensuring that your background is nice and clear. Oh, there we go. I've done that. So that's quite common, having a blurred background. But my backgrounds, we have obviously the training room here with the train aid sign in the background, so that's appropriate as well. So you just use your judgment there with the backgrounds. Wonderful. Now, just on to point number 5 is how do I use the ebook? So when you register for the level 3 AET webinar course, you'll be sent a link, as you can see there, with access to a wonderful ebook produced by my colleague Vicky Sanders, and that is an introduction to education and training. If you have time, we recommend reading the ebook prior to the course. It's fantastic. It covers all of the elements assignments within the level 3 AET course. And this will be really, really useful when completing your assignments after the course. So as we know, once your webinar course is finished, you have got 3 written assignments to complete. You will need to use this ebook along with your course notes to help you to complete those 3 assignments. Okay, so please use the ebook. You can access this on a phone or tablet. So perhaps have that second device next to you as you're attending the course. So you're obviously accessing using your laptop, but if you have a tablet or a mobile phone, you could have the ebook just by your side, and that's going to help you with the flow of the course. But as mentioned, if you do have time, please read the ebook prior to the course. If you don't have time, please do not worry about that. It's not mandatory to read it all before you start. Okay. Point number 6 is how do I use the workbook? Okay, so when you are attending the course, we provide you, well, we email you the workbook. So this is really helpful in terms of making notes. There is obviously a digital version where you can type your notes onto the workbook there. So as you're attending the 3 days, you can type onto your workbook and make lots of notes. However, some of our learners do prefer to print off the workbook as well. So I've got a printed copy, I've got a pen as well. And as the teacher is delivering the course, and as you go through units A, B, and C, you can, of course, make notes. And I tell you what, when you finish the course and when you're working on your 3 assignments, you can transfer your notes, the handwritten notes, or your digital notes onto those 3 assignment templates as well. So you have got a choice. As mentioned, you'll receive the digital ones within your joining instructions, and you have the choice to print off the workbook and to make notes when you're listening to the teacher as well. Wonderful. Now, just a few features on Zoom, the video settings as well. There are a few different features there. So as you can see, when you go into the video settings, you can adjust the brightness of the video, which I think is very good. And as mentioned before, you can blur your background. There's so many good different features there, which I think is fantastic. And as you can see, you can have a virtual background, you can blur your background, you can adjust your appearance if you wish, or adjust the lighting. So once again, do practice with the video settings prior to attending the course as well. We also have a video with how to teach on Zoom, which you could watch for more information about the video settings there. Once again, we sort of stressed about the importance of having a sensible name. If you would like to do that, then all you need to do is right click, and then you can just click on rename, as you can see there. So I've got Nick TrainAid, nice and simple. So just your first name is absolutely fine. I think it's really important because all of our teachers like to get to know you, and we'll ask you questions during the course. So please have a sensible name, and yeah, just nice and simple, really, that question. So if you do need any support with Zoom prior to a course, just reach out to us here at TrainAid and we can support you there. I have made this point before about screens on or off. It's vital that we do have your screen on. So as mentioned before, when we are teaching, we like to get to know you and obviously support you best we can. And as you can see there, that is from one of our training sessions. We have all of the TrainAid team. They've got their screens on. They've obviously got suitable backgrounds as well. If you, as mentioned before, if there is a reason why you can't have your screen on, if you perhaps have an emergency, no problem. Just send the teacher a quick message on the chat and just turn your screen, and also the put yourself on mute as well, and notify the teacher when you will be back, or simply call the head office to say that something's occurred. If there is issues with Wi-Fi, it does happen. Okay, please don't be worried. So if the internet cuts out, then obviously you'll be disconnected from the training room. But simply log back in, and the teacher will admit you back in as well. So it's no problem if you go offline. If there are Wi-Fi issues, just get back onto the course as soon as you possibly can. The next key point is, how do I share my screen in Zoom? This is very important when you are delivering your micro teach session, because the trainer will provide you, they'll make you a host, and that allows you the ability to upload, let's say, a PowerPoint if you are using PowerPoint for your micro teach. And once you become the host, as you can see there on the screen, there is a green share screen button. And so you will automatically have your PowerPoint just on the screen for all of your classmates to see as well. Again, we can't stress enough the need to practice having your PowerPoint on the screen. So do trial this at home before you attend the course. And also, if you are with a group of friends or family members, you can practice giving the host controls to your fellow classmates, because during the course you will have control as the host, but you then need to give the host button back to the teacher as well. So very important you do practice how to share your screen, and also how to make someone the host as well. Number 12 is, how do I use the chat feature on Zoom? So as you can see within the photo there, next to the share screen button, we've got the chat button as well. So this is great because you can send private chats to the teacher or a fellow classmate, or you can chat to everyone, okay, within a group setting as well. So it's a fantastic way of sharing written information. You can also add attachments as well. So if you are delivering your micro teach, and if you have like a handout, for example, then you can just share that. You can drop your handout into the chat as well, so learners can obviously download that. But once again, it's just next to the share screen icon. So once again, please do practice this when you can. Number 13, I have covered this to be fair, but we'll just go over it again. So especially on the micro teach day, where there's a bit of a round robin where everyone has to deliver their micro teach, you will be made the host, so you can share your PowerPoint. If you're using PowerPoint for your micro teach, you don't have to, of course, but you will be made the host. And once again, as you can see there, you can hover over perhaps a classmate's or the teacher's image, and then you just obviously click, and then you can make the host as well, as we can see here. So just be mindful that you will need to pass over those host responsibilities there, but it does take time to get used to this on Zoom, of course. Once again, we talked about emojis within the ground rules, but there are a number of different emojis, as you can see there. You've got the thumbs up, you've got the laughing emoji, shocked emoji, you've got heart, you've got a party celebration, the list goes on. But I think what you could do, if you're giving praise to a classmate, you could give them a clap symbol to say very well done. The thumbs up emoji is really good because it gives the teacher obviously an insight to say, you know what, I am on track, I understood that. So you don't have to verbally say, I get it, I understand, but just a thumbs up emoji is really good. So it gives the teacher an understanding to show you that they're on track with their learning as well. So I like to use emojis on my courses when I deliver online. Let's move on. We are on number 15. So it's how can I prepare for the micro teach lesson? So when you do register for the course, perhaps think about the micro teach topic that you would like to deliver. So my advice is to go for a simple topic. So try to time yourself within those 15 minutes as well, and practice Zoom. Perhaps practice delivering with friends or family members. You don't have to have an idea for your microteach prior to the course, but it is quite useful because on day one of the course, there will be a microteach workshop where you have the opportunity to chat with the teacher about your proposed microteach. But do have a look on our YouTube channel because we've got a microteach playlist. We've also got the lesson planning video as well. Please do have a look at that because you will need to create a 15-minute micro teach or lesson plan to give to your teacher prior to the micro teach as well. But keep it simple. Go for a topic which you're familiar with. So it could be a hobby or an interest. It could be something to do perhaps with your work as well. And just remember, micro teachers on Zoom, you don't have to use PowerPoint. You can keep it quite physical. So you could have a physical demonstration. You could demonstrate a skill or a hobby. So it doesn't need to have PowerPoint slides there. Okay. Wow. Thank you for watching. That is very much a whistle-stop tour into the webinar course and just some key features and how best you can prepare for using Zoom as well. Remember, after the course, you have to complete those 3 written assignments. Please do send your assignments to the marking team, which is submissions@train-a.co.uk. You will, of course, receive feedback within 5 working days, and you can submit your assignments as many times as you wish. We give you an aspirational deadline at the end of your webinar course. We say try to complete your assignments within 1 month as well. If you do need an extension, no problem. Please reach out to the office team and we can support you with that. And as you can see, the qualification certificate is through Highfield Qualifications. The certificate is nationally accredited and fully recognised as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video, subscribe, please follow our channels of YouTube and Instagram. And if you do have any questions, please leave a comment as well. We're here to support you. And I look forward to seeing you all on one of our future courses. Best luck within your microteach as well. Bye for now.